Welcome everyone to a new episode of Reminiscing Bollywood Classics. The movie I'm going to discuss today was made in 1970, but it was deliberately shot in black and white. And when you watch the film, you realize why. Imagining the film in color takes out that extra fizz from the movie. The film I'm talking about is the 1970 classic Khamoshi, which was based on a Bengali short story, Nurse Mitra, written by Mr. Ashutosh Mukherjee. Usually, movies which deal with mental illnesses tend to focus on the character who is suffering from the mental illness. Movies very rarely show the other side of the story. What do the doctors go through? What do the nurses go through? Khamoshi gives us a glimpse into the lives of one of the most important but sadly neglected cogs of the medical profession, the nurses. Khamoshi tells the story of nurse Radha, played by Wahida Rehmanji, who is an accomplished and talented nurse in a famous psychiatric hospital. Psychiatry is still in its nascent stage, and when she manages to cure Dev, played by Mr. Dharmendra, a patient suffering from acute mania, the head doctor, who just goes by the name of Colonel, is ecstatic. It is seen as a huge victory against acute mania, and the Colonel takes on another patient of acute mania. This time, the patient is a poet named Arun, played by Mr. Rajesh Khanna. Little does the Colonel realize that Radha had given her heart and soul in treating Dev, and it has taken a physical and an emotional toll on her. Moreover, Radha had fallen deeply in love with Dev, but she had never expressed her feelings to Dev, and these repressed feelings eat her every day. Radha reluctantly takes over Arun's case. But will she be able to cure Arun? Or will Radha's repressed feelings turn her into the very monster she is fighting? Many people do bottle up their feelings, especially introverts, and there are a variety of reasons for it. They are scared about the reply they will get, or they are scared what people will think of them. The reasons vary, but the results do not. Only two things can happen, like a pressure cooker. Sometimes when the feelings get saturated, the pressure is released in a controlled way, like a pressure cooker, which is still fine. But sometimes the pressure cooker explodes, and this explosion can be fatal. The film raises a very important point in one of the sequences. We are focused on treating the patients with mental illnesses, and if they are cured, it is considered a victory. But why does the society not question the people who cause emotional and mental harm to others? The people who are responsible for making others lose their mental balance are roaming free without anyone putting a question mark on their actions. Radha goes on a tirade against Arun's ex-girlfriend in front of the Colonel, and Wahidaji is a delight to watch in that scene. Dev's face is never shown in the movie, only his back or his side face is shown. Dharamji never faces the camera in full profile for the short role. Khamoshi, just like its title, says a lot of things without saying anything. This portrayal of Dev, I think, was Mr. Asad Sain's way to convince the audience that Radha's love was one-sided. In a very ironical scene, Radha is seen carrying a copy of Meghdut to give to Dev when she is told that Dev is due to get married soon after he is released from the asylum. Meghdut, written by the great poet Kalidas, tells the story of a lover who requests a cloud to carry a message for his beloved. Whereas in Khamoshi, poor Radha could not tell Dev how she felt about him. This guilt, this suppression of her feelings, threatens to break the emotional thread which binds her. We see Dev singing the soothing song, Tum Pukar Lo, while gazing out of the window. Dev is thinking about his fiancée, oblivious to the fact that Radha is standing behind him with deep longing in her eyes. Had Dev turned and looked at Radha, maybe, just maybe, he might have realized that no one loves him like Radha does. Hemant Kumar Saab was a gem of a singer, but he was a majestic music director too. The songs composed by Hemant Kumar and written by Gulzar Saab are absolute classics. Khamoshi, without its music, won't be the same viewing experience. The song हमने देखी है इन आँखों की महकती खुशबू, हाथ से छू के इसे रिश्तों का इल्जाम न दो, answers the unanswerable question, what is love? Now, I'm a very bad singer, but if by some miracle I get the power to sing one song in one of the most melodious way possible, the song I would pick is वो शाम कुछ अजीब थी, ये शाम भी अजीब है, वो कल भी पास पास थी, वो आज भी करीब है. The song is shot beautifully beneath the Howrah Bridge and shows Arun and Radha in two contrasting states. Arun is slowly getting healed and getting his creative voice back, whereas Radha is slowly descending into an abyss of madness. The film is Wahida Ji's show right from the beginning to end, and as always, it is an absolute treat to watch her. She was nominated for Filmfare Award for Best Actress for her stupendous performance. The noteworthy thing is that Mr. Rajesh Khanna was on the verge of superstardom since movies like Aradhna, Ittifaq, Do Raaste were already hits, but the director focused more on Radha since it was her story and not Arun's. Any director of lesser caliber would have focused on Mr. Rajesh Khanna to bank on his stardom, but Mr. Asad Sen showcases his class. Mr. Asad Sen also directed the Bengali version of Khamoshi, which was released in 1959 and starred Mrs. Suchitra Sen in the lead. The film was titled Deep Jwale Jai. It is a haunting, soul-stirring film, and it stays with you long after the credits roll. Please do watch this film. They very rarely make gems like Khamoshi today. Until next time, folks. Thank you for listening.